senator. Being a senator means to me something very, very special. An award that gave me the opportunity to become an advisor not only to our JC members, but to everybody who is all around me and ask me for some advice. Also in my job, also in my institution, where I have a lot of students. I could use all the knowledge that I've got from the JCI organization to pass over to my students, who are very important people nowadays in our community. So being senator gives me a lot, but gives me a lot to get a chance to pass over all my experiences that I've got in this organization. It also learned me another thing. Don't force any advice on any member of this organization. Let them come to you and ask you for your advice. And be there to give the advice, and let them take out of the advice that you have taken to them the part that they feel they can use to do something with it. I think, to my knowledge, that should be a senator. Passing over the experience when they ask for it, passing over the experience when you see maybe that something can be done a certain way. Just give the advice and move away. And be always there to be prepared when they knock at your door.
Thank you to our Regional Director, Rudmila, for giving the United States of America the opportunity to lead the invocation. We know the first line in our creed states that we believe that faith in God gives meaning and purpose to humanity. We know that life starts with, stays with, and ends with our faith. Faith in our Lord Jesus Christ prepares us for whatever life brings us. Through our difficult times, we know that nothing can stand against Jesus. No disappointment, no setback, no injustice, no person, no hatred, no jealousy or envy, no problem, and no obstacle. He heals and restores back the joy in our hearts, heals all of our past hurts, restores our sadness into joy, our weakness into strength, our bad attitude into kindness. He not only saves our lives, he makes our lives worth living. And so, ladies and gentlemen, according to our JCI creed and the faith in our hearts, we believe that faith in God. Let us all have a wonderful meeting, and please continue to lead by faith.
We believe that faith in God gives meaning and purpose to human life, that the brotherhood of men transcends the sovereignty of nations, that economic justice can best be won by free men to free enterprise, that government should be of laws rather than of men, that Earth's great treasures lies in human personality, and that service to humanity is the best work of life.
Muy buenas tardes, distinguido pasado presidente mundial inmediato, JCI, y actual presidente mundial del Senado JCI, senador ItaiManyereComp, distinguidos senadores, distinguidos ciudadanos activos JCI que participan en este evento. Agradecemos profundamente la iniciativa de nuestra directora, senadora Rudmila Paolo, por organizar esta actividad que contribuirá grandemente al acercamiento de nuestra organización ASAC con los miembros ejecutivos JCI y el Senado Mundial. ASAC ha venido trabajando en favor de mantener esos lazos estrechos entre la JCI como parte integral de nuestra esencia. Creo firmemente que los senadores hemos venido contribuyendo en el desarrollo de los jóvenes ciudadanos activos JCI, de acuerdo a las posibilidades pertinentes en cada senado. Y hemos venido trabajando en pro de fortalecer la relación bilateral entre juniors y senadores, y en cuanto al apoyo que debemos ofrecerles sin buscar protagonismo. Debemos afirmar que hemos conseguido un gran avance en este sentido. Seguimos firmemente confiados en recibir el apoyo de la JCI y trabajar juntos en el cumplimiento de nuestro verdadero rol. Que este importante encuentro con nuestro pasado presidente JCI y actual presidente mundial del Senado JCI sirva para fortalecer esos vínculos entre ASAC, la JCI y el Senado Mundial. Muchas gracias.
Dear Senators of JCI, dear members and dear guests, for me it is a pleasure being here today in this powerful session honoring 2020 JCI President ItaiManyereComp. Mr. President Itai served in 2014 as JCI Zimbabwe National President. He continued serving JCI as 2015 JCI Vice President. After these roles, he continued serving in leadership positions as JCI Executive Vice President, and in 2020, he served as JCI President. He is the Managing Director of Blue Dot Incorporation, and he is also known as a powerful leader that always has great stories to tell. I here introduce JCI President ItaiManyereComp to you. Let's receive him with a warm heart and also a virtual applause.
Existing local organization. But hey, along the way, I figured, no, I'm not joining a local organization. I'm actually supposed to be a part of a team that's supposed to work on re-affiliating a local organization that had actually died down. So straight into the deep end, we are working to re-affiliate a local organization. I said, I'm not going to run away. I'm not going to put my tail in the middle of my legs and walk away and run away. But I said, we'll take that challenge and go ahead with it. And therein saw the re-affiliation of JCI, a local organization that I continue to be a member of till today. So boom, thrown into the deep end, an opportunity to learn, an opportunity to serve. And every year that I've had the opportunity in this organization, I've had something that I was doing. I was local president in 2006. So many experiences. You know, when you're local president, I always call local presidents our VIPs. They are the very important people because they are at the base of the organization, who I believe are the owners of the organization. And they are the ones that need to work on recruitment, work on retention, work on projects, work on convincing people and, you know, and negotiating partnerships and this and that. And someone is a local president and they've never been called president all their life in any capacity whatsoever. And boom, they have to manage a local organization. So it takes a lot of courage, a lot of strength, a lot of resilience, a lot of support from the people that are around you. And I always call local presidents VIP. So 2006, I was local president, served JCI as local president, got onto the national board in 2007, and then became national president in 2014. But I'll tell you something interesting that happened along the way. Because I had so much energy to serve on the national board, at a certain point in time, there wasn't an office for me to occupy. Yeah. So along the way, there was a commission that was created, and they said, "Okay, let Itai be this commissioner." So I was asked to be a UN commissioner for JCI Zimbabwe. Along the way, we found an opportunity to create another office that would support the office of the executive vice president. And I found myself having to pioneer another office on the board. The people still needed me around, but they felt I was not yet ready, probably not at the right age and not at the right time for me to be national president. But so they created offices and said, let's make sure that we keep him busy. Then along the way, 2014, I was national president. When I felt after national president, I didn't feel like going further in the organization because it was not a very easy year as national president. And I spoke to one of my mentors and they said, so Itai, what next after being national president? And I said, I can safely be immediate past president. I need to take a break. And he said, I don't think that would be a very good decision to make. I think you still have a lot of capacity and energy to give to this organization. So I would like for you to go and think through it and then come back to me and let me know what you've thought about. What next you'd like to do. I said, okay, that's fine. Then I came back and I said, okay, I'll take a less hectic role. Allow me to perhaps serve on the African Middle East Development Council. There you've got ADC. And yeah, he probed my career, my travel history, the office that I've served. And then he said, but why ain't you thinking of probably stepping up and running for vice president? And I said, I just don't think I'm ready enough to be vice president. They said, I think you're ready. Go ahead and get ready to run for vice president. So I was kind of thrust into the international arena. In 2014, I was elected vice president. So I served in 2015. Had served to the best of my ability, just doing what I was mandated to do, work with my presidents, work with members, connect with them genuinely, just giving them the best that I could. And in Congress 2015, that was in Kanazawa, I was given an award for being the most outstanding vice president from Africa and Middle East. It came as a shock because for me, I was just doing what I was mandated to do. And yeah, I wasn't ready to go any further that much. So I got some appointments along the way and then served as AMDEC chair in 2017. Started setting my eyes on perhaps the possibility of running as executive vice president. Went ahead and did it, had a fantastic area conference. And when I just felt, okay, this is the ceiling, this is my ceiling. I don't think 2016 we had a president from Africa and Middle East. And I said, I don't think Africa's chance would come anytime soon, because normally it's by rotation. And so I just said, probably I'll get some appointment, maybe some committee chair or something like that. But whilst I was just working and doing whatever I was doing in Congress, in Goa, come appointments time, boom, I find myself being appointed chief executive assistant to the president, and things just turned around like that. Conversations changed, my mindset changed, started looking at the organization in another way. And along the way, started looking at the opportunity and probably the possibility of leading and serving in this organization. And boom, I got that opportunity, and I'm very grateful for it. Certainly with your support, the members in JCI, to get a unique opportunity in an organization that's got more than 120, that's present in more than 120 countries with more than 100,000 members. And an ordinary boy out of Harare, Zimbabwe, the last country on the alphabet, an African at that, a country that's known for all the wrong reasons, getting an opportunity to serve at the highest level of the organization. It was a humbling experience, even to then serve as president. And as fate would have it, 2020, a year given to us with a virus. Yeah. And looks like 2021 was not necessarily vaccinated against the virus because the virus is still with us. But they normally say leaders are born not in times of comfort, but leaders are born and thrust forward in times when things are rough and things are tough. So you're sitting there in an organization with so many members, you can't travel. Everyone has been affected. Economies are almost shutting down. Everyone's got this enemy that they just don't understand how to fight. And it had to be COVID-19. And we've got young people, we've got members that still have the energy to go out and do projects, to lead, to carry through their careers in the organization. And you've got Mr. COVID that's there for you. You can imagine what was going through my mind. And that was like just a few weeks. Lockdown happened a few weeks after I left Bolivia, and we didn't expect it. When I was in Bolivia, I was talking to people and say, guys, I'll see you soon in Panama. We're just going to have a good time in Panama. But as fate would have it, the world was locked down. Questions started flying around. So what do we do? What happens to our plans? What happens to our strategic plan as an organization? How to make sure that as an organization, we can play a critical role as far as supporting our members is concerned. I spoke initially about how JCI is intertwined with our lives, right? It's an organization, yes, where we say as young people or as senators, we volunteer our time, or we are active citizens or young leaders that are being molded in this fast-changing world. But there are times when we need to have our eyes open and say, how can we in our little corners, in this organization or in our communities, can be solution finders and people that are not necessarily ones that would cower away in the midst of crisis, and a crisis of this magnitude. Because this one was different. COVID-19 is different because COVID-19 is not like what's this thing called? It's not like some of the pandemics that we've had in the past, where you would say, oh, it's just affecting a very small part of this world. So send them aid and help them out and this and that. But it's something that affected all of us, and we're still affected. Now we have to have these meetings online, which is good. We managed to start utilizing technology for the good of the work that we do. Where am I going with this? It just shows you how, as young people, we just had to step up and be a part of the solution, and along the way, gave birth to our initiative that we gave birth to last year, which is the RISE initiative. Rebuild, invest, sustain, and evolve as an organization. And it just doesn't only, it's something that's just not relevant only to the members, but also to the senators, because you run businesses, you're part of government, you're part of organizations that have been affected by COVID-19, and you gotta keep asking yourself and saying, how do you ensure that you are relevant post COVID-19? And that's what that's what RISE initiative talks about. And the core is always there for senators as senior members, as people that have more experience than the young members, to always continue supporting the members. But before I then go in and dig a little bit deeper, going down to talk about the Senate role, let me just talk about a few things about my lessons as my lessons as I led the organization over time. Number one, it's very important, and this was a key lesson that I learned last year. Number one, one most important thing to do is to ensure that you stay grounded. Imagine there's turbulence with the magnitude of COVID-19. If you are shaking, everyone else shakes. If you are a leader in the organization, in your household, in your business, you need to be well grounded. When you are grounded, you are able to make solid, bold, decisive decisions, and people can see it through you that you are convinced the solution you are proffering and the consultations that you're carrying out are consultations that will take them through whatever you're going through. So you got to stay grounded. You got to stay calm. You need to. There might be turbulence, just like how the pilot says it. We are about to go through a turbulence, so just fasten your seatbelts. He says it laid back, but probably is actually shaking, but you don't show it that you're shaking. So number one, stay grounded. And when we are grounded and you've got a firm foundation, only then can you be able to make bold decisions. But also when I say stay grounded, it's you also having a firm foundation wherever you are. It means you've got a support structure around you. And it helps you on your leadership journey to ensure that you've got that. Number two, titles come and go. Titles come and go. It's different from senators. Once a senator, probably you'll always be a senator unless someone decides that they want to revoke your senatorship. this is the call to some members that I believe probably are on the call and they're still on the JCI journey. My friends, titles come and go. I am 2020 JCI president. When by the time Congress was done, the baton moved from Zimbabwe and it went to Japan. My presidency came to an end when the clock struck midnight as we ushered in 2021. But what needs to stay is the person. Titles come and go. There's a saying that goes you need to be able to be one that treats people well on your way up so that they can be able to catch you on your way down. And on that journey, it's also about it's not about the things that you say on your way up, but it's about the way you make them feel. That's leadership. The way you touch people's lives is what really matters. And that's one thing that made me along the way in my JCI journey to be able to just be deep-rooted and calm and collected. It's because it was never about the title. It was about the mandate that was there. Last year, we had an option. Even this year, even as you serve as senators on the Senate board, you have an option to just wake up and say, guys, as you can see, we've got a pandemic and we can't meet physically. We can't do half the things we can do. So as you can see, you just need to understand that we're in the midst of a pandemic. So that is that. We don't have a report for you. We're not going to do anything because there is a pandemic. We could have done that last year. Vice presidents were elected into office. They were looking forward to travel, visit their assigned countries. It's the first opportunity. When you're executive vice president, you've had an opportunity in the past to travel. So the first time you're vice president, you can't travel. They would not necessarily fold their hands and say, because we can't travel, we can't meet physically with our assigned countries, we won't keep working. They say to themselves, we have a mandate to deliver to the members that elected us. So the wheels of this organization need to keep on turning. So we need to make sure that we keep on moving. And they served with dignity, they served with diligence. The same thing is happening this year, where members continue to serve and the wheels of the organization are turning. Decisions being made every other minute. Just make sure that the ship continues sailing till we get to a safe space where things have returned back to normal and it's business as usual. But hey, we now talk about how we now have the new normal. So it all comes with when people ensure that they step out and they want to serve with dignity and they're saying to themselves, it's not about the title, but it's about the mandate and the service that I would like to render to my members. So senators, as you have that Senate number against your name, which is a title, it comes with a lot of responsibility. It comes with a lot of dignity, but whilst at it, ensure that it is your experience, it is your knowledge, it is the way you carry yourself, the way you interact as you pull other members up to make sure that they walk the journey that you walked in your prime in this organization. They can also be able to walk through that journey and keep this organization moving forward. So those are some of the lessons that I learned throughout my leadership journey. I continued and I'm still learning. We talk about friendships, we talk about fellowship, we talk about networking. Those are some takeaways in this leadership journey. But those few lessons that I spoke about earlier are those that I really would take away. Number one, stay grounded. Number two, titles come and go. So what's important, never let the title get to your head. Because the moment you tell yourself, I'm the president, you're going to start walking in a certain way. You're going to start treating people in a certain way. And you start trampling on people's toes. At times, you're trampling on people's heads just for you to keep going ahead. And when young people in the organization chase titles, we have seen that happen. they start trampling on each other so that they can get their way. But what's supposed to happen is it's one chance at a time, one person at a time. If you get it, happy days. If you don't, you've not lost anything because you did not get it. But what's important is to keep the wheels of the organization turning. As I continue and probably starting to wind down to the end of my presentation, I'd like to talk about the senator's role. Senators, people that have been given recognition for outstanding service in this organization, be it in leadership roles, be it in training, be it in mentorship, be it in projects. But when you say someone is a senator, you're saying would like to recognize them to ensure that you stay connected to the organization and you continue to be of good service to the organization. And that is the process. So someone nominates you, and the next thing you get a surprise recognition and say, we love the way you have served this organization with dignity and honor, and would like to give you this recognition. This is your Senate number. It's always a time of pride and joy when one is conferred senatorship. But what it means is it does not mean that you have ceased to, you're now on some high pedestal, as it were, where someone has to go through some hoops and barriers for them to get to you, to be able to access you. No, you continue to be the same person. You continue to be the same Diana. You continue to be the same Victor. You continue to be the same Roderick, the same Rudmila, the same Itai, the same Heather, right? Only that there's now just a title. My members here, because I'm not one who likes to cling so much on titles. I normally go back to them and say, guys, just call me by my name. Okay, call me by my son's a name, say father of XYZ or something like that. Because any other title, I believe it comes and goes. So it's not something that's supposed to really get to your head. It's a good recognition, because normally when it gets to your head, you at times it clouds your judgment. It clouds how people should look at you. I hope you get what I'm talking about when a title gets to your head. When someone is now president, now they've got escorts, now they've got someone who carries their bags, someone holds their phone, someone comes to their room to do this. So someone now walks with the chest up high and say, can you see me? Can you feel life in a better way? So senators, I hope we can be able to be the people that can continue to be humble, grounded, because the Senate is good for us to be able to keep pulling new members into the organization. You into the organization can be a better person, because you talk about being better. You refer them to the organization and you stay connected to the organization. Stay connected to your local organization, stay connected to your national organization, be on the mailing list, understand what is going on. And when you stay connected, therein lies where you find opportunities to contribute, not to impose yourself, but to contribute. Because as members have got energy, right? And they want to do this project, they want to do this and that, but probably the thing is that some of the things don't get to full term because they've come across some hurdles along the way. You are free to oil the engine along the way without even being asked. Oh, I see you guys are trying to put up a website. My company designs websites. We will offer you free design services, free hosting services for the national organization. You've made their life easy. From a budgetary point of view, from a support point of view, they know that you've got their back. So you only are able to know where to contribute because you are connected to the organization. At times ask the very unpopular questions. So how are we looking as far as our membership is concerned? What's our membership growth like this year? What's our target? How are we doing? Any challenges? How can I be of assistance? And the wheels keep turning. That's how you interact. And when you do that, when you offer yourself, they warm up to you. They can freely talk to you. But the moment you come and you say, no, during our time, we didn't used to do things this way. Okay, yes, you never used to do it that way because you didn't have WhatsApp. You didn't have Viber. You had fax machines. Things have changed. But there is always some form of wisdom you can give. And it's always also about the way you approach the young members. At times, they just get scared and they run away. I would encourage senators to stay connected on their national organization websites, be on the mailing list, follow the social media handles so that you can be able to appreciate the events that are going on, and then you can know how best. And when they see you come and you support events, they are very excited. They are able to shine. Have you seen how a young boy or young girl performs so well at a school performance because they have seen their mom or dad in the audience? And they know that they want to make them proud. It's the same thing with the members. They want to make you proud. You've mentored them. You've shown them the way. And certainly as people that have gone through the organization, what we can simply do is you give support from the background, you sit and you see them fly, you see them shine, and all you can do is just smile. They get the recognition. Your name might not necessarily ever be called up front to say, oh, we got XYZ support. But just the mere fact that you see how far your support has gone for the good of the organization, of your local organization that you're supporting, the national organization, or even ASAC or the next national organization, it would give you pride and joy. Just like how a parent does it when they're parenting their kids. So yes, you need to be able to lift the members up, help show them the way, help inviting other members to the organization and show them how they can plug into this organization, which I believe is the university of life. I like the way ASAC chair kept talking about bridging the gap between the Senate and the members. Because that was my theme last year, and that was part of the message. We are one organization with different stakeholders, and for us to ensure that things keep moving and we keep moving the organization forward, we just need to ensure that we appreciate our role as different stakeholders and how we can continue to work together for the good of the organization. We all are doing it for JCI. We all are doing it for developing tomorrow's leaders in our local communities, young leaders in the larger organization of JCI. And we need to be able to continue to bridge the gap, bridging the experience gap, bridging the knowledge gap. You all have got different pieces of experience in projects that you've executed in the past. Me rising to be world president does not mean that I know everything. I've got something to learn from someone that is on this call, be it even a member who's just walked in today. That's the purpose of this organization. And we need to be able to have those conversations and learn from each other, build each other up, and ensure that as people, we continue to be a better people. It does not make anyone superior than the next person. And certainly, we talk about how we build friendships and networks. You are never a stranger in this world when you are a part of this organization. When you've been around for so long, when you've had the opportunity for so long to mix and mingle with members, mix and mingle with fellow senators, friendships are built. You are able to see opportunities in the next country. Someone will actually take offense when you tell them that I'm in the country and they put up at a hotel. They want to host me. talk about something, talk about nothing, have conversations till tomorrow or something like that, and catch up. And that's the essence of this organization. So when we find ourselves at a time like this, when our conferences are being moved online, we cringe, because this is not the JCI that we're used to. We're used to mixing and mingling and ensuring that we learn from each other and we grow like that. My dear senators, my clarion call to you today is continue to be of good service and good support to the members. I can tell you that I am a product of people that have gone before me. I'm not my own maker. I've got people that will pick up the phone and talk to, and they'll give me advice based on their experience. Come on, I'm only 39. Senator Ruth Miller was vice president in 1994. 1994, I was 12 years old. I can't teach her anything. She's my mom. So as a son would sit with his mom, learn and drink from that a wealth of knowledge. When we get in the organization, we don't cease to be human. Your elders are your elders. Give them the necessary respect. Honor them. And when you honor your elders, that's what I'm told from my village. You honor the elders, they will give you the right seat at the table. They will hold your hand, walk with you, lift you up, and cast you in the right place that you need to be in, or that you deserve. But when you walk into the room and you say, do you know who I am? This is what I've been able to achieve. You can't tell me anything. They'll just serve you that. This is my call to members that are on the call. Treat your senators with respect. Treat your elders with respect. And they will just love you. They will just give you the support that you need. And as they say, the rest is history. I could never have wished to be a part of a better organization than JCI. The opportunities to learn, to discover myself, to become the person that I am, I wouldn't have gotten those opportunities if it wasn't for this organization. If it wasn't for mentors that have gone before me. I always told you about when I ran for vice president, where my mentor lifted me up and said, come on, stick around. Even when I kept on going through my journey, I always felt, you know how it is, you always feel you're inadequate. You probably, number one, you feel you're inadequate. Probably you feel you don't deserve the place at the table. So you quickly dismiss yourself. But someone else sees something in you and they hold your hand, they lift you up, and they know when they take you and they thrust you into the deep end, you know you've got two options. Either you will sink or you will swim. And many a time you find yourself swimming. When they feel you are about to sink, they will send you a lifeguard and they will carry you through. And therein lies the opportunity that the Senate has to be able to hold the hands of us, the younger members, to ensure that we actually become better versions of probably the stages that you managed to get to, that we can be able to surpass, be it in JCI, be it in the corporate world, be it in government spaces, be it wherever we are, where we get an opportunity to be of service or just showcase the skills and the experience that we have. And we will always give you the honor to say, if it wasn't for Senator XYZ, I wouldn't have been able to be half the person that I am. So I believe and I hope that ASEC can continue to grow from strength to strength, continue supporting each other, lifting each other up, coordinating with and collaborating with other Senate associations, the AAC, the ASPAC Senate, the African Middle East Senate, now in this whole connected world, pop in to their meetings and just connect. Who knows? Come on, this year Congress is in South Africa. You want to have some friends as you fly down to South Africa later on this year. So you make networks and make connections with people that are there to make sure that your trip will be as smooth as possible. I normally tell people that I could speak till donkeys develop horns. But allow me at this point in time to once again thank you for this opportunity. For me to just talk to you about my journey, talk to you about my experiences. I remain a son of this organization. I remain a son you can count as one of your sons. I'm always available to get advice from any of you that are on this call. Let's continue lifting each other up. That is how the human race can progress. When we learn from each other, when we lift each other up, and yeah, we are human after all. So we just got to keep the wheels turning and making sure that we can be the best version that we can be, and to continue to offer the opportunities for other young people that have not had an opportunity to come across a fantastic organization like JCI that molds fantastic leaders, well-grounded, well-groomed leaders, if I might say, and we continue to do it in different levels of the organization. And without your support, it just would not be possible. So thank you once again for this. Thank you very much, Senator Rudmila, and everyone that's on the call for this opportunity. If there are questions, probably I can take questions if the time allows. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Senator Itai. As they told me, you're very simple when telling people something, and that's the case. They told me that you like that, and really, I like the simple way you brought forward your points, and very honestly, yes. Before you finalize your part here, I would like you to share with us at least one or two anecdotes of things that happened and you experienced as either as vice president or either as board president along the way, things that made you always think and remember. Because I experienced those things as vice president. You can never forget those small things that happen along the road. Just share with us at least one or two, please.
Okay, thank you for that. When I was vice president, I was assigned to like 9 countries in every part of the continent, every part of the area, Africa and Middle East. And for the first time, I traveled to. For the first time, I had motion sickness whilst I was on the ground. Motion sickness. I went to Madagascar. Madagascar is mountainous, and you've got these winding roads, and I felt things that I've never ever felt before. I almost said less than 50 k's into the journey. I almost said, "Hey guys, please just take me back. Just take me back," because that trip was supposed to be a 10-hour journey by road. JCI does not necessarily recommend that, because they recommend you to spend more time with the members and partners than spending time traveling. But these guys had made a program that was like 10 hours away, and the airlines weren't operating, and the only way was to go by road. I felt so uncomfortable, affected by motion sickness whilst I was on the ground. I know motion sickness whilst I'm in the air, and that's a unique experience that I got in JCI. And I traveled down to meet the members, because they said they wanted to meet me. You said I'll come and meet them. I can't call them and tell them, because there are no planes, I can't come and see you. Let's get on to whatever transport you have and let's go. So that was one of the experiences that I had. One other experience that I had in this journey that started also questioning a few things in my mind was when I was getting ready. I was getting ready to be president. And some people had doubts if probably I was the right person for the office because of my character, because of the way I do things. Yeah, so I started asking myself, am I really ready for this? I said to myself, the moment I get the opportunity, I will just do what I can. I've got 365 days to do what I can in the unique way that I can. And I think I'm the only president who spent most of his time at home working in the organization and on the organization, and not necessarily working in airport terminals, as it were. And it was a unique year, but a year that I believe was unique in order for it to actually take us out of our comfort zones. Comfort zones as individuals, comfort zones as an organization, trying to really look at how we can pivot ourselves, position ourselves to be at a vantage point when we are done with COVID-19. The market space should be able to say, when you want solution finders, when you want to find young people and people that are progressive, that have got the national issues at heart, and they're doing something about it, they need to look at us. So they would then say, we want anyone to develop in that particular area, take them to JCI. Because JCI is that University of Life, it's an organization that develops young leaders in this fast-changing world. And 2020 was changing every second. And it was just something that we never saw coming. But we had to step up to the plate and start having online conferences, online meetings, online congresses, and a whole lot of different things that we had never, ever imagined. So those are some of my key takeaways as I served. And last year was a landmark year. And yeah, I think we served well. We did the best we could under the circumstances to make sure that we delivered an organization that is set for the future post COVID-19. I can't wait for us to talk about how we are now in post COVID-19 era, because this looks like 5 years in crammed up into 1 year. Yeah, thanks very much for that question.
Thank you, Mr. Vice President. I must tell you, I just want to give a remark that you remember last year in August when at last minute you couldn't attend our meeting that you invited us, and you asked us to let EVP Kevin at that time to take over. He did a fantastic job. Yes, he did a fantastic. You took a very important decision to let him represent you at that meeting. Very well. And today, as you promised, you're here with us. You promised me and you're here with us. Thank you very much. We will move on to the next point on the agenda. Ana Paola. Certificate of Appreciation presented to Honorable Immediate Past JCI World President and JCI Senate Chairman, Senator ItaiManyereComp. Presented by ASAC Director Ludmila Smith-Fowler, past JCI Vice President 1994. JCI U.S. Senate, JCI Jamaica Senate, JCI Aruba Senate, Pure Senate, JCI Canada Senate, JCI Suriname Senate, Trinidad and Tobago Senate, Prospect Senate, JCI Senate of St. Vincent and Grenadines, JCI Guyana Senate, JCI Bermuda Senate, JCI French Guyana Senate, JCI Grenada Senate, Curacao, April 24th, 2021. I hope you like it.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much. Muchas gracias. Thank you.
You're welcome. I would like to pass the floor right now to Senator past ASAC President, Senator Max Apapu. Senator Max Apapu.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Madam Director. Thank you for this opportunity. Thank you, Mr. Senate Chairman, for the presentation. I have the opportunity today to, on behalf of our President, Madam Diana Sweet, to welcome a few fellow senators to the JCI Suriname Senate. And here are the 6 names. Senator Priscilla Young-Afat, Senator Rick Sudama, Senator Consuelo Dens, Senator Gisela Chonky Sim, Senator Kleber Drenthe, and Senator Roger Wong. On behalf of Madam President and myself, the Board of Directors, we welcome these senators to JCI Suriname Senate. I wish to thank you, Madam Director, for this opportunity.
You're welcome. Yes. I would like to pass the floor to our past president of JCI, who wants to say a few words to.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, Senator Miller. And yeah, just to congratulate the senators that have been welcomed to the Senate. Yeah, welcome. It comes with a lot of responsibility. It comes also with a lot of dignity and honor. Members will start to look at you with a different set of eyes, because they're saying, oh, they're a senator. It means that they're of a certain character and they carry themselves in a certain way. And it just means that you continue to carry the JCI brand. So the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you connect with them, the way you lift them up, the way you help open doors for them will certainly carry the day. So you continue to be ambassadors of this lovely organization. And congratulations, senators. I'm glad I've got 2 friends that I saw on that list. Past presidents from Suriname, Senator Roger, Senator Kleber Drenthe. Congratulations, my friends, for making it into the Senate. It means that you've served the organization well, and your service does not end from the time that, for Kleber, probably when you left the national board last year. It means that we still need you around. You still need to be of good service to this organization. And certainly, Roger, we need you to continue to serve us even as you're out there in Amsterdam, in the Netherlands. Congratulations once again on your new job out there in Amsterdam. Continue to fly the Suriname flag up high, the ASEC flag up high, and congratulations and be of good courage. And yes, happy belated 40th birthday. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Itai. I will pass the floor to our President of ASEC, Senator Rafael Taveras.
Gracias, directora Ludmila. Damos las buenas tardes a los nuevos senadores. Queremos, después de felicitarles, decirles que están recibiendo las credenciales de la JCI, que los acredita como miembros vitalicios, que es un gran honor. Pero que este honor viene con compromiso, que es de servir de mentores y guías a los jóvenes ciudadanos activos, tal como lo expresó nuestro presidente mundial del Senado, ItaiManyereComp. tenemos que apoyar a nuestros jóvenes ciudadanos activos en la medida que nos sea posible. Ayudarlos estratégicamente, que siempre seamos vistos por ellos como sus mentores y no como sus intrometidos, como algunos suelen llamarlos. Debemos servirles sin tomar protagonismo y también decirles que ASAC está a la disposición de cada uno de ustedes. Ustedes inician hoy un nuevo reto, una nueva vida que los convierte en senadores, en miembros vitalicios, y también inicia en ese nuevo reto que puedan seguir desarrollando su liderazgo a través de nuestra organización ASAC. Podemos seguir manteniendo ese liderazgo y escalar posiciones dentro de nuestra organización. ASAC le da la más cordial bienvenida como miembros de la institución que los representa, ya que ASAC representa a los senadores de todas las Américas y del Caribe. Bienvenidos sean. Esperamos que sean miembros de mucho orgullo para ASAC. Gracias.
I would like gracias, señor. Thank you, Mr. President, Rafael, Senator Rafael. I would like to pass the floor to the President of JCI Suriname Senate, Diana Sweet, Senator Diana Sweet. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Madam Director, on this very special occasion and in attendance of the JCI past world President and President Rafael from ASEC, the regional senators and other senators from the other regions. We will make use of this opportunity to express our sincere gratitude towards you, our director, Senator Ludmila Smith-Paulo. The unique way you have brought us together in the several organized virtual activities, your inspiration, your motivation, your encouragement are admirable. Thank you again. Muchísimas gracias. The documents belonging to this recognition you will receive separately. Thank you again. I will ask the audience to give our director a warm round of applause. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Diana. You made me feel emotional. I didn't expect you to do this. You asked me for 1 minute. I told you we have got our time is short, but you surprised me. I did it with pleasure. I did it with my heart. Like our past world presidents, Itai said, when you're in the JCI organization, you feel that you should be an example to others and pass over all the experiences that you have to not only the members of the organization, but also to everybody you know, because what we are getting from this organization is something so big that we can compare with any university around the world. So I did it with pleasure, and from the bottom of my heart, I will continue to do my work as long as I can. Thank you. I would like to add also my congratulations to the newly installed senators of JCI Suriname Senate. Remember that you're an example to the members. Remember that you were there to help and to assist in ASEC whenever you have to work in any commission or any program that we have. I would like them to really be always there to support this organization, ASEC, support your Senate, but your members, but the entire organization of ASEC, because we need to be more integrated, help each other.
whether it is in your own country, in your region, or any other region, support each other, attend each other's meetings, and so on. So I really congratulate you for being part of this wonderful organization. I will move over to the closing remarks. I don't know how to thank our speaker of today, Senator Itai. He really impressed me. He really impressed the other ones. I saw a lot of comments.
Senator Ludmila. Okay.
Yes, my mic was not open. Yes, thank you very much, Senator Itai. I don't have words enough to tell you how grateful I am that you were with us this afternoon. I promise you that this video will be shared with all senators and also members so they can learn from your experiences. They can hear you as possible president tell your experience, your advice given to the senators. So we will be sharing this information for all of the other ones who couldn't be present to have this information. Thank you for your time. From the bottom of my heart, like I said, thank you in the name of ASAC too. Thank you in the name of all our senators, and God bless you. And also to the participants, everybody who participated, thank you for your assistance, because if we don't have assistance of the senators, we don't have an event. So you can have the keynote speaker, but if you don't have the audience here with you, you don't have any event. So thank you for your time. Thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting the event of today. And may God bless you. A big hug for all of you. Have a nice afternoon. And we will be seeing each other. I think the next event that we will be seeing each other is our ASAC General Assembly, who is upcoming into about 1 month. But still, I will be having contact with all the Senate presidents to help you prepare for this important event. And whatever you need to do, supporting you with about planning everything to be ready on time, and for you to enter everything in time to be prepared for that, for the General Assembly. Thank you very much. Have a nice afternoon. God bless. Yep. Yes.